Hi, you're on mute.
Yes. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you doing?
Very good. Very good.
Thank you for joining our meeting today,
Yeah.
doing your workshop. I'm very excited to hear it.
Thank you for having me. Just share my screen, make sure everything is working.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have that capability. We're using one of our members' Zoom channels with from her office. So
Okay. Nice.
I'm just trying to save my work that I was working on. My alarm went off, tell me, oh, go join the meeting.
Let me get some water, okay?
Sure.
Sonia, do you still belong to Cadence?
No, no.
Okay. Uh-huh.
It's been quite a number of years since I worked there.
Okay.
Although I am looking for a job, so if you have any sway,
Definitely.
you're still at Nvidia, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'll send you my resume.
Sure. Mm.
Yeah, I've been doing well after Cadence, I worked for a company called because it was during I left there during COVID. I was working for uh Nomi Health doing I was an engineering leader for the work that we were doing because we were an application and people out there doing testing. And so our
Okay.
application supported that. And then I've been doing contract work pretty much since then at Apple and PayPal. But those contract, I'm now looking either for a new contract or I would love to, have something more stable in a W-2 situation. But yeah.
Hi,
Hey, OG.
Vincent.
Hey, Sonia.
Hey, Vincent.
How's it going?
Good, good.
Nice. Let's see.
Okay. Got my intro for text.
And then, Abhijit, for your timing, did you want Benson's the timer?
Yes.
Hey, Benson.
Hey,
Was there a specific timing that you wanted for it? Like,
Like 30, 30 green, 35 yellow, and 40 red.
okay,
Okay. I'll make it 35, 40, 45.
okay. And then was there like a Q&A that follows after?
It'll be
Or
an interactive. They have questions. Yes, there is a Q&A.
okay,
Okay.
And
hey,
we had
Hi, Jeff.
someone doing signed up to do table topics, right? And we can just save that if we have any time left over.
yeah, I think it was Sib though, and Sib mentioned that Sib couldn't make it today.
Okay, so then we won't worry about it. We can just do extended Q&A. And I
Okay,
and I have a couple of or at least one announcement. And of course, a few reminders.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So we normally start 5 minutes after the hour.
Okay, perfect.
So we have a few minutes to chat and see how everyone's doing. Most of the officers show up a few minutes early just to, especially if we haven't filled all the roles, to make sure our roles are filled before the meeting starts.
Yeah, I'll go send the link to the WhatsApp group too.
What is our roles today?
I am our Toastmaster of the day, and we have a guest speaker, Abhijit, who's joining us, and he's doing a workshop. So that will take up the majority of our meeting time today. So we probably aren't doing anything else but the workshop. I have a few announcements and a few things after the workshop to talk about. Um, but that's going to be the majority of our meeting today.
All right. Thank you. Hey,
Did
Albert,
we,
no see.
Yes,
Are you
chef.
be you of Toastmaster International already?
No, I'm still a
Almost there. Okay.
with time, with time.
All right. Looking forward to your speak.
What role are you taking on at the moment, Abhijit? Like officially in District 101? Is it like any
Officially,
chairs or committees?
yes, I just did the DLC. Okay. And
Mhm.
I'm also a mentor for District 100. Yeah.
Where is District 100?
LA, around LA.
Okay.
Yes.
so are you taking a bunch of trips down there?
Yeah, like, do you have to fly there at all or just
No, no, no,
online
no.
meetings so
Just
far?
online. Online.
Okay.
Yes.
So how can you become a host of the annual meeting in Las Vegas or become a CEO? What is the qualification?
So CEO is a different track. You can become a president of Toastmasters. You have to go become a board member first, and then you have 1 year gap, and then there's a chance you can become the president of Toastmasters.
Nah, I gotta go. I'm gonna drop. Sorry again, man.
So we had two people say they couldn't make it, but there should be more people here. Where's everybody?
I know it's tricky, but if we, well, like, I just want to make sure that Avijit's time is used well. Did we want to, like, decide at another time to host it instead and then just have more time to publicize it for guests? And, um, what did you want to do, Sonia, or what are you thinking? And how do you feel about that as well, Avijit?
That's fine. If you want to postpone it, I can do it next week or the following week.
Okay. What do you think, Sonia?
I'm very disappointed. We should have more people here. I mean, only 2 people did say they couldn't make it, but we have more members, and we had 2 um, other guests say that they were going to come today. But now I'm feeling very disappointed because it's after the hour and nobody's here. I'm sad. But I want to be respectful of your time and I want to use it very, very well. So I do like your idea of postponing it and try to advertise it more so that we have a better crowd. Would you like to practice? Oh, we do have somebody who joined us. But Chedas, hello. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'm just joining passively. I'm in a meeting or just running around doing things, but today like a topic for anything.
Yes, we have a guest speaker today, and we were thinking we were going to postpone it because nobody joined, but now we have 2 guests, yourself and Freddie, who just joined. So I guess we should go ahead with our workshop since we now have 2 guests who have joined. Thank you both for joining. Today's workshop presenter is Abhijit Joshi. He is a technology leader, speaker, and mentor with a passion for helping people communicate complex ideas clearly. Abhijit works at Nvidia, where he leads large-scale technology programs in artificial intelligence and advanced computing infrastructure. Beyond his professional role, he is deeply involved in Toastmasters leadership and has delivered hundreds of speeches and workshops around the world on leadership, technology, and personal growth. Abhijit enjoys simplifying complex topics such as AI, innovation, and leadership so that anyone can understand and apply them. Please join me in welcoming Abhijit Joshi.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Few years ago, researchers developed an AI system to look at the CT scans for the lung cancer. Over the period of time, the AI systems became better and better and better. In this one particular case, the doctors looked at the CT scan, but they had disregarded it. But when the AI system looked at it, it flagged that CT scan. In this particular example, who really did the diagnosis? But one thing I want to tell you before, the doctors looked at that CT scan again and they found a small abnormality. So now in this example, who really did the diagnosis? Vincent, what comes to your mind?
I'll say the AI at that point, just because it caught something and it made you have to reevaluate it twice.
Yes, very good. Benson, anything come to your mind?
Think the AI system accumulate all the previous doctor's experience,
Yes.
the knowledges, so that it make it more accurate and quicker.
Very true, very true. Sonia, anything comes to your mind?
Well, I think the AI pointed out something that was different, said, hey, there might be a problem here. And then the doctors had to look at it and say, yeah, there's definitely an issue. So it's not quite right. And then they made the diagnosis that, yeah, we have a problem. Now we have to make, a treatment plan.
Definitely. So in this particular example, the AI can look at the patterns and let us know if it finds something different. But when you think about the doctors, they have to make the judgment, they have to take the responsibility, and they have the care for the patient. So AI can share the patterns, but it's up to us. What can we do with that information? Artificial intelligence provides us with intelligence, but leadership provides wisdom. So let's get started on this workshop. It's going to be an interactive workshop. Before we even get started, I want to ask you a question. How many of you have used AI tools in the last 7 days? And please disregard ChatGPTs or Gemini. Vincent, what did you use?
Oh, I did. I used a coding tool.
Okay, you use the coding tool. John, what did you use? Which AI tools have you used in the last 7 days? John, Freddie?
I got my own MCP server. I use Claude, DeepSeek, Quinn. I also use there's one more. Can't think of it.
Okay, nice, very nice. Freddie, anything comes to your mind?
Yeah, definitely. This is my first time here in these type of meetings, so I'm just just looking around, and definitely I use AI tools. I'm pretty much starting my own agency, but definitely I use Claude, ChatGPT, anything that can be useful for my agency business.
Oh, wonderful, Freddie. Chides, what about you?
I use ChatGPT, and then I use an in-house AI that we're currently using called OpenAI Playground.
Very nice. Yeah, these days companies are developing their in-house AIs. My question to you all of is, do you watch Netflix? Anyone? Raise your hand if you watch Netflix. Okay, perfect. Whenever we are using Netflix, we are using AI systems. Can you guess how? Vincent, can you guess?
Just suggestions for what we should watch.
Yes, those suggestions, that recommendation system is AI that tells us what we should watch next because it's learning from our patterns of what we like. So today, at the end of the presentation, I want to make sure you are thinking differently and I want to share some practical takeaways. And this is going to be an interactive session. And here is the agenda for today. We'll talk first about the big AI moment. What are the things that are changing? And then we'll talk about how AI is transforming leadership. Then we'll go into the details about leading your team through AI. And then I want to share some AI tools for us. And finally, we'll talk about ethics while using AI and how do we build trust. So let's get started with the big AI moment. 77% of the executives are saying that AI is the transformational technology of our times. 77%. 97 million jobs are going to be created. There existed no jobs about model evaluations before. Or in Kenya, OpenAI hires a lot of people to tell AI, okay, this is a dog, this is a cat, because we need that human reinforcement. So 97 million new jobs are going to be created, but at the same time, we have to be careful because 85 million more jobs are going to be discarded too. Our productivity is going to be augmented by 40%. We'll be 40% more productive than what we are doing currently. And finally, we are going to become 10 times faster in making decisions because of AI, 10 times faster. So that's how big the scale of change is. Now let's talk about what are the common myths of AI and what the reality is. AI is going to replace all leaders. Vincent, what do you think might be the reality?
Reality will be it I don't think it will. I think it'll just change the way leadership decisions are made, but it won't replace them.
Very, very true. Betty, anything comes to your mind? Pencil?
I think all the leaders will use AI.
Very, very true. All the leaders will use AI. John, anything comes to your mind?
Yes. Do you remember Microsoft Excel when it was released? It says it's
Yeah.
going to deplete every accounting job out there, and look what happened. It just made more people efficient. Like you said with AI, with the industry I'm in, I think it's helping to make us more efficient, doing things better, but it's not fully able to do things 100% on its own. So I think it's going to trim the fat of those that aren't working hard or contributing, but I don't think it's going to kill as many jobs as people are thinking. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Very, very true, John. You said some very good things. People who are not developing new skills, especially using AI, they will be left behind. And people who are going to use AI, they will be able to augment their skills and they will have more opportunities. So AI is going to amplify good leaders and expose the weak ones, exactly how John said it. You will need to be technical to use AI. You need to be technical to use AI. Freddie, what is the reality?
You're talking to me?
Freddie.
Fred, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, definitely as far as technically, it really depends. Basically there might just be some things that you might have to learn on the AI system, depending if you learn how to use Claude, maybe ChatGPT. I guess anything that can be useful for whatever you're trying to accomplish. But definitely, yeah, just when it comes to that. But technically, everything's all done. AI sometimes does it for you, which definitely, most of the time you definitely don't have to be technical, because sometimes you can even just talk to it and it'll just automatically do it for you. So I know it's becoming a little bit more and more often where it's becoming a little easier, I guess, in that sense.
Very, very true. We can just talk to AI and can do things for us. Betty, what do you think the reality is? You need to be technical to use AI.
I guess it made life so convenient.
Mhm.
Yeah. One time I saw my husband, his picture don't look good, his eyebrow. So I asked the AI to take the eyebrow, the hair out. So it's so convenient. Can edit for the picture.
Yes, very, very true. You asked the AI to take care of it. What you did was you asked the right questions. So we don't need to be technical to use AI, but we need to ask those right questions. Okay? AI is always right and objective. Sonia, what do you think?
Absolutely not. I've done a lot of AI machine learning training and building up of those systems, and it's not always right. You have to train it to be right. And it's not always objective because the trainers aren't always objective. They always have their own paradigms. So you have to have enough trainers from enough different places around the world in order to make them a bit objective. Some of the first like chat bots that came out really said and did some awful things. You could ask Siri when it first came out, where's a great place to bury a dead body? And it would tell you. So definitely it is not always right and it is not always objective. We're not there yet. The technology is not there yet.
Very, very true. We need to understand that sometimes it has biases, sometimes it can hallucinate.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. AI is something for IT to worry about. AI is only something for IT to worry about. John, what do you think about that?
Did you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Mm.
I was laughing
AI
about the
is,
Siri comment.
yeah. AI is
Siri's
something
going
for
bye-bye in a few months, I think, with Gemini. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
AI is something for IT to worry about. What do you think the reality is?
I don't think so, except for in the security space, they're using AI to, instead of being defensive, offensive. That's where
Yes.
it's hurting badly. I work for a global security company at one of my gigs, and and AI on the offense is doing the work of 5,000 people 24/7 by 365 in a matter of hours. So it's got some good things, got some bad things going on. But in IT, I think it's being very essential and it's making us very efficient. I can kick off jobs. I can have it summarize meetings for the past month and tell me what 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 the milestones are, what the holdup is. I can have it go through my email with my MCP server, have it go through my inbox at one of the companies, tell me where have I not responded? What's email that's fluff? Where's other things I missed? And it goes through, and it, if I was that manual, it'd take me days, and it does it in a matter of 30 minutes to tell me, oh, this is your summary. So it's kind of cool.
Yes, very, very true. AI is beefing up the security space tremendously. AI becomes a core part of the leadership. Everyone who is in leadership path need to know how to use AI. Last one, adopting AI means losing your human touch. Adopting AI means losing your human touch. Vincent, what do you think about that?
I think it could if you use it completely and just never add any input to yourself. So I think it's something you have to make a conscious decision of each time you decide to use AI. It's like what input can I actually add, or am I adding any thought? Am I contributing to this at all? So I think that's something that if you adopt AI and just like use it blindly all the time, you could lose your human touch. But you want to always consciously add a human aspect to your decision.
Yes, because in the age of AI, the skills which we have, like empathy, emotional intelligence, are going to be more important than ever for us to connect with people and build that trust. So that's the reality. The most human leaders will thrive in the age of AI. Now let's see how AI is transforming leadership, how AI is transforming leadership. We'll look at what evolves with AI and what stays essentially the same. We'll talk about both aspects. Benson, when you think about AI, what evolves with AI? What is your opinion?
That's a bigger question. um, well, in my daily life, I stopped coding. I use AI tools to generate code for me. And I more actively being a code reviewer to approve his change and commit to the project. So that's my experience.
Yes, it has boosted your productivity tremendously. Sonia, what about you? What evolves with AI as far as leadership is concerned?
I'd have to say that from a leadership perspective, I use AI a lot to um, to do a data analysis, to
Yes.
collect data, especially on topics I don't have a lot of intimate knowledge of. Um, I tend to try and write my own code as much as possible, or at least to architect the structure of it.
Yes.
And when I'm writing code, but I will say, hey, I've ran into this, help me finish this code when I am doing code, and uh, I'm running into this problem, or hey, write me a class that does this because I'm running out of time. But I do find that AI doesn't write really good code. It writes um, Claude's doing better than any of the other ones right now, but even still, it's not very elegant. It has a lot of problems, and I still end up having to rewrite or massage the code that I get back because it's not the best code. It's not production ready. Not there yet. And so I end up spending time, it's almost there, but not quite. And so I spend a lot of time, fixing the code and then being able to present it and putting it into a repository for my clients. And So I spend, time fixing stuff versus saying, oh, thanks. I can now just use this. Yeah, no. But from a leadership point thing, I spend a lot of use it a lot for data gathering.
Yes, yes. AI can help us with data analysis tremendously. So let's look at what evolves with AI. First of all, it boosts our productivity. It increases or it makes it faster for us to come to the decision. Data literacy is non-negotiable. We need to use AI to do the data analysis, and AI is at our doorstep. We just have to give the right prompt to it. We have to manage two different teams. Each of us will have plenty of agents working for us, but at the same time, we'll also have human teams working for us. So we need to work with both of them together. Continuous learning is now a baseline. I remember few months ago, I thought ChatGPT is the best, but then I realized no, Gemini is even better, but then Claude is even better. And there are different apps that are coming up, like Gamma, Beautiful.ai. Each and everything we need to learn how we can use them to our advantage. Transparency about tools and processes. This is important because our diverse or hybrid teams, when we have humans and agents working for us, the transparency becomes very, very important. Let's look at what essentially stays the same. Vincent, any thoughts?
I think like you mentioned before, we still need to be or provide empathy for the human aspects. So a lot of anything that's human would
Yes.
stay the same.
True, 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 true. Anything that's human will stay the same. So let's look at it. Empathy and emotional intelligence. They are going to be of prime importance, no matter what. The things that makes us human are going to be beneficial when we are leading our team. We can set the vision. We can inspire people. AI is not there yet. It cannot create that vision for us. It cannot inspire people. It's our job as leaders to do that. Building trust. We have that innate ability to build trust between each one of us. And that's why that remains the same. Ethical judgment and accountability. Ethics are going to be important. And this reminds me of the quote from Spider-Man. Anyone who remembers that quote from Spider-Man? Anyone? John, do you remember that big quote from Spider-Man?
Is it the one with great power comes great something? Is it that one? I'm trying to think.
Yes, yes.
I forgot the rest
With
of it.
great power comes responsibility.
Great. Yeah.
Yes. In the age of AI, we have to be very careful because we will have the power, but we have to use it very responsibly. And that's why the ethical judgment and accountability is very important. And the ability to connect human to human, that doesn't change. It's our innate ability, and that's needed in the age of AI. So let's look at some mind shifts which we have to do. Leading in the age of AI. I need to know all the answers. How does it shift? What should be our mindset shift be from I need to know all the answers? John, what do you think about that?
That's tough. That's tough because you usually got to fact check your fact checkers to make
Yes.
sure. And that's why I use like 6 different LLMs to see if this is the right path I'm taking, I'm getting the right answer. I like it when it breaks up things in columns and makes things kind of simple, but still ultimately we got to make the decision. So we're gonna have to get the right answer ourselves.
Yes, we have
It
to get
helps.
the right answer ourselves. That's very good. Let's see if someone can word it precisely. Vincent, anything comes to your mind? John said we need to get right answers ourselves. What do we need to do to get the right answers ourselves?
We need to ask the right questions.
That's right. We need to ask the right questions. We don't need to know all the answers. If we can ask the right questions, that is going to be helpful. Next one. AI is a threat to my role. AI is a threat to my role. Sonia, in
AI
30
is a
seconds.
tool.
Yes. AI is a tool that can augment us. AI is a tool that can augment us. It is a force multiplier for us. Betty, learn once, apply forever. What do you think? What mindset shift do we need in this age of AI?
What question?
What mindset shift do we need in the age of AI from learn once, apply forever to what is the reality?
We need to use properly. If we use to the best thing like scan, it's very easy to go to the wrong way. So if we use AI, we need to be very careful.
Very, very true. Benson, anything comes to your mind from learn once, apply forever? What is the mindset shift do we need?
Yeah, I think if you ask the same question to the same AI on a different date, you will get different answers. I think the logic behind that is the AI is keep getting more input from or training data from the world, so it's getting improved by itself.
Yes, definitely. As the training data improves, the output is going to improve. Sonia, what comes to your mind? Learn once, apply forever. What mindset shift do we need in the age of AI?
You need to keep learning new
Yes,
tools. You need to learn new concepts. You have to continuous improvement of yourself and of your uh, conception of the world around you, because everything changes continuously.
very, very true. Continuous learning is now part of our leadership identity. It's part of our leadership identity. Data analysis is for analysts. Vincent, what do you think?
That means that we'll have to now be the data analysts ourselves. Like we have to start learning
Yes,
how to do this.
yes, we need to use AI to do the data analysis for ourselves because AI can help us to do that. Okay. We went through the two things, the AI moment and how AI is transforming leadership. Let's go into the nitty-gritty of things. We'll go into how to lead our teams through AI and some AI tools, and then we'll go into the ethics. How does our team really feels about AI? That something is a burning question. Very recently, or just last couple of days, we have news, Facebook laying off many people, you know. So we need to acknowledge how our team is feeling. So Benson, what do you think? What teams might feel because of AI?
Well, the fear is the job security, right? So people just worry about the job has been replaced and be eliminated. That's the huge feeling, I think. Yeah.
Yes, there is some kind of intimidation, fear. Vincent, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, it's just a lot of resistance for adoption of certain tools. Just like what Benson mentioned, they sometimes worry that if I use the tool, then eventually, like we're teaching it to replace me, so I don't want to use it at all to not train it or just like to push back for it. Uh, so I think it's just pushback or resistance because it's either unknown or it's because it's that fear that it would take over the job
Yes.
is what I've seen.
Very, very true. There is that fear there. John, what about you? How are your teams feeling about AI?
Some are scared to death because
Yes.
some boss keeps saying the job's gonna be eliminated in 1 year, 2 years. I call BS on that. I sit on, what do you call it? Oh, I can't speak English right now. Sorry. But I sit on a board of LLMs here in San Diego. We always have events, consortiums, webinars, and I go sit there and I listen to all these things, but then I see it in reality how it's different than what people are saying. And that's why I brought up the Microsoft Excel thing, because somebody talked about that like a couple months ago. And I'm like, wow, I wasn't around when Excel came out, but they said the same thing. And they're saying the exact same thing to AI. It's not going to eliminate as many jobs people think, just going to make people more efficient. But a lot of people are scared. I'm not.
Yes,
So
very,
we'll see
very.
how it goes. Maybe
Yes.
next year I'll be out of a job and I'll be a Toastmaster full time.
Very, very true. Some people are nervous, some people are very confident, like John. So let's go through and look at what our teams are feeling, and we need to acknowledge that. So will AI take my job, make me irrelevant? Vincent, if someone has a fear like that, what do we do?
I think what I would do, or is I would just try to show them that's like how they could use it, or what's their unique strength in this particular case. So find that unique human aspect or something that AI can't possibly replace, and it could be how they interface with other people, how they create a tool, and they're able to be that communicator, that advocate for or not advocate for the tool per se, but they're still able to communicate with teams well. They're able to provide things more efficiently and communicate.
Very, very true. Sometimes we need to acknowledge the fear of people, because once we acknowledge that, then they have more hope to look forward to things they can do. So don't dismiss it immediately. Acknowledge it. It doesn't mean that you're accepting it. Confusion. Sometimes people don't know where to start. What do you do, John, in that case? I think you already suggested in last time.
Yeah. I try to calm people down and let them know it's not reality like you think. It's not going to be iRobot where all the robots take over the humans and kick our asses. But it's hard to calm people down. When people have a mindset a certain way, it's hard to alter and change that. Like how I hate cilantro. I hate spicy peppers. I was in Asia a week and a half ago. Everyone looks at me weird. And I'm like, no cilantro peppers. Like, what's wrong with you? All my siblings love it. So it's the same thing with AI. Everyone's like scared. It's gonna take my job. It's gonna overrun the world. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably a bad person to ask, I think.
No, when there's a confusion, people don't know where to start. Then sometimes we can make it easier for them, make it very structured so that they can learn few levels of AI. Curiosity. That looks interesting. How can I use it? If someone has that frame of mind, we need to immediately tap them because we know that they can start using it. And this curiosity is very, very helpful because that can help us because it becomes our very big asset. We really have to encourage people whenever they have that curiosity. And finally, hope. AI can help us get rid of our boring jobs. And that's something is happening right now. So let's move on further. What are the 5 ways to lead AI adoption to your team? 5 ways to lead AI adoption to your team. What is the first thing which we can do very easily for everyone? Benson, anything comes to your mind?
Yeah, I start to use the AI apps. Yeah, right away.
Perfect. We ourselves have to be the model so that people can look at us, that we are using it. So they'll be more encouraged to use it by themselves. Vincent, anything else coming to your mind? How can we help people with AI adoption?
I'd say you have to teach it as well, or have some resource or tools that you can readily share with them.
Yes, we need to teach them. Because if we have some time allocated for it to teach them, that makes it very, very easy. Like create that safe space. The reason we want to create a safe space is because sometimes we are going to fail while using AI, but failure is we are learning something. It's not the end of it. So we want to encourage people to do experiments using AI, and that can be very, very valuable. We also have to give it a name and place, as Vincent was suggesting. If we can start our meetings and have 15 minutes just to share, okay, what apps have you used and what was the result? So we can learn something from each other, and that is very, very valuable. So if we can give a name and place, that is helpful. The next thing I want to talk about is also we need to understand what are the norms. So we need to create that kind of a transparency while using AI. What is allowed, what is not allowed. And we together can create those norms. And norms are very, very important. And finally, investment in their learning. We need to create a structured way so that our teams can adopt using AI, which can help them to get their work done quickly. Now let's look at some AI tools. Let's see which tools you have been using, okay? So for writing and communication, I think this should be easy for everyone. Betty, what do you use for writing and communication? Which AI tools do you use?
What?
Which AI tools do you use for writing and communication?
Okay, I use Gemini and ChatGPT. More sometimes ChatGPT is, ChatGPT is not working very well. I go to Gemini, so I do from how to say, I use both.
Wonderful, wonderful, Betty. Now we can use ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude. Oh, for presentation and visuals, which apps have you used? Anyone? Vincent?
I've used Canva, and I know that lately they've been having like you can design your template automatically. And then I was like, oh, that's great.
Yes. So you have used Canva. Benson, what have you used?
I haven't used any visuals yet.
Okay. Sonia?
Um, Actually, I guess I use Canva, but for writing and communication, I still use Grammarly.
Okay, Grammarly. Okay, perfect, perfect. So there are some specific tools which are like Gamma and Beautiful.ai. If you've not used it, I would highly encourage you to try it. I have used Gamma. It can create beautiful presentations. Beautiful.ai is something I need to try. Research and analysis. John, what do you use it for research and analysis?
Now, what type of research analysis are you talking about? Like products, software, technology, or all of the above?
All of the above.
I'm probably gonna lean more towards Quen and DeepSeek in that
Okay.
regard. And regarding your last one, you talked about AI toolkit. I've used HaloMate and Gumloop.
Okay. What does
So
HelloMate and Gumloop do?
it helps with your AI agents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
So
AI
it,
agents.
it simplifies like your workflow and stuff. And I'm not a developer, I'm not a
Yes.
software engineer, but I just do some basic things. So
Very nice. Very nice. For research and analysis, we can use something called as Perplexity. It is a very good tool because it uses RAG. So that's one of the very powerful for doing some research and analysis. And Notebook LM. Anyone has tried it? Perfect. Coaching and thinking. There is one which I want to see. Have you used any apps for coaching and thinking? There is one app which I've used called as Pi. Has anyone heard of it? Pi? Pi is a good app for coaching and thinking. If you get a chance, do download that app. Meeting notes, we know this one. Anyone?
yeah, OneNote.
OneNote, perfect.
It's doing really good. And it's got that new plugin to Microsoft Planner, which has that new loop, I think. So there's like three apps in one. So
Yes,
it's getting pretty good.
very true. Has anyone tried Fathom? Fathom, Fireflies, Otter, these are another one. Or Notion AI is also a good one.
Mhm.
Notion AI. Learning and upskilling. What can we use for learning and upskilling? Anyone?
I only know ChatGPT just asks like, "Hey, how do I learn this? Can you design a program and like what resources can I go to learn deeper?" But yeah, I'm
Yes.
curious about this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is one app called as Sana, SANA. If you get a chance, do look forward to it. Okay. Sana, Coursera AI, as well as LinkedIn Learning. So you can create personalized learning paths for you and your team. Okay.
For Sarah, I use their online. I didn't know they had an AI
Yes,
version.
they do. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So let's look at 3 prompts that can help us. Today, I will give you actually 4 prompts. Okay. These prompts, we should use it very often. It can help us get a lot of information and still keep the power to ourselves. So Vincent, you're going to read the first prompt. Vincent, it's you.
I'm deciding whether to blank or blank. My priorities are X, Y, Z. Help me think through the key trade-offs from multiple angles.
Very true. So this prompt can be very valuable for us, the decision coach. Next one. Sonia, the communication crafter.
Draft a email message or announcement to my team about a topic. Tone warm and direct. Key points 1, 2, and 3. Keep it under 200 words.
I didn't know when I used to initially ask ChatGPT or Gemini to do a communication or email for me, I would not put the word limit, and it would have so long emails. People said, we don't have time to read those long emails. And then when I saw this, I realized, oh, I have to say precisely, keep it under 200 words. And I will also ask it, make it personalized and make it humorous because people love reading humor. So that's something which we can apply. Benson, the learning accelerator. John, you want to read it?
I was muted, sorry. Explain complex topic to me as if I am a senior leader with no technical background. What are the 5 things I absolutely need to understand as a decision maker?
I was interviewing for a job and it was about quantum computing. I had no idea. So when I started working with ChatGPT, I told it, tell me about quantum computing, but imagine that I'm just a freshman in college. So it gave me that freshman level. And when I learned everything about that, I told it, okay, now I'm at a sophomore level. Give me a second set of learning. So it took that level up, and then junior, then senior, and then a graduate student. So it can do that. It can start from level 1 and it can take to level 10 if you want to. So we can use it in the way we want it. Ethics, trust, and our next steps. The one thing which we know, with AI comes more power, and with more power comes more responsibility. The reason we want to be ethical is because we are going to have diverse teams, and ethics is very helpful because ethics also brings in transparency. So let's look at 4 things what will make us a better ethical leader. And the first thing is transparency. We have to be transparent because our teams are going to be diverse, and that will help us connecting both of them together. Protect our people, like when we hear this Facebook is laying off 8,000 people, and there the CEO of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, is saying that he doesn't want to lay off people. So we need to understand how we can utilize our people the best way, because every decision we make affects them. So we need to be careful. Sometimes I feel we should not be like the CEO of Facebook, just lay off people so that our stock gets boosted. Verify before we act. We know that AI sometimes hallucinates, it is biased. So we always need to keep that in mind, is sometimes it's not trained on the right kind of data. So we need to review, like how Sonia reviews her code, because it knows that the codes generated by Claude, it's not ready for production yet. And finally, we have to champion equity. AI can help us to make sure that we share with each and every person, because that can help them to have the same playing field. And it's very important to have the same playing field so that everyone can take advantage of it. So before we end, some of the 5 things which I want you to remember is AI won't replace great leaders. It's going to augment those leaders who are using AI. And it will show people who are not able to perform as much as they need to do. Another one, the skills we learned in Toastmasters, like empathy, emotional intelligence, communication, presence, are going to be more important. So we need to keep on working those skills here in Toastmasters. Sometimes learning about AI can be a humongous task. We need to start small, and small things make a difference. Consistency matters. So we are consistent and we have that momentum. We are going to learn things. Our team is watching us, so we have to be a role model. We need to be ethical. That's going to be very, very important. Finally, leading in the age of AI is still about people. We have to be our best human self to connect and build that trust and inspire them and create that vision. The one thing which I wanted to take it from this presentation is AI provides us intelligence, but leadership provides the wisdom. It tells us what we need to do with that information. Any questions, anyone?
I have a question, Abhijit. So how do you know where to research next for AI? Like, how do you keep up personally with the latest trends? Is there like a website you kind of look forward to, or Reddit that you refer to?
I use Claude. Like, for example, I was researching about how AI is being used in media. So it can help me go step by step, because there is something which I don't understand. Like, for example, when I was trying to learn about different diffusion models, okay? So I was using Claude to go to the basics first. Let me understand the basics. And then step by step, it will help me. So I'll ask more questions, and then it can go to the next level, to the next level. Because there are many things which we don't know. Like, for example, I didn't know how things are working inside the transformer architecture. I know the outside, like, oh, it gives attention to everything, but what exactly happens inside? And so I will ask it, I'll give it a prompt. Hey, tell me things in plain English so that I can understand in no mathematics. And that's the way to do it. If we don't have any other questions, I'll give it back to Sonia. Sonia, our Toastmaster. Sonia, it's all you.
Thank you very much. I very much enjoyed that. It was a great presentation. Does anyone, I'm not sure if you're willing to share the slide deck with us.
Definitely give me some time. Next month, I'm presenting at some other places, and then I will share it. I'll make it
Okay,
available.
that sounds great. And then I will send that out to everyone in our group plus and to our guests today. I have 2 items that I needed to bring up with our members today. There is an upcoming conference, a district conference, and we have some district dollars that we can use to help you pay for your registration. But let me know if you want to use that, or you can go ahead and register and just say you're using our district dollars. We only have currently, I think, like $60 available, so that's going to pay for like one person. So just let me know so that we can say, okay, this person used it in our WhatsApp chat. And then the other item that I want to bring up to everyone is that you need to record your speeches and your levels in Pathways so we can earn more district dollars so that you guys can use them to go to conferences and things, district conferences, or that we could use them to get goodies off the Toastmasters International website. Those are two big things. And then we need to also start thinking about doing our, sorry, I'm doing ums, I'm hearing them in my speech, counting them for myself. We need to do elections for our officers. So start thinking about what roles you want to do, and let me know or let Vincent know, and we'll start pulling together a list of the people who want to put themselves up for the upcoming election. I'd like to do that in early June so that we can make sure that we get it reported on time. All right, so that's everything I have. Vincent, do you have anything to add?
I like Benson's symbol picture.
Yeah,
Document
we have a
record.
tradition in our club. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Got it. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for joining. And of course, a big, huge thank you to Abhijit for giving us such a wonderful workshop today. I enjoyed it. I'm sure everyone else did as well. And we will set up roles for our meeting next week offline in WhatsApp since we don't have a whole lot of time left today. All right. Last 3 minutes. Does anyone have any questions? Actually, I'd like to our guests today. John, did you have any feedback for us, or is there anything you'd like to
No,
see in our
amazing. This like knocked my socks off. This was so good. Last week was awesome too, but this is like really cool. This is like real stuff we face every day. So thanks for having me. Come back.
Thank
And
you
about
for
that
coming.
money, is it in the millions of dollars? You said you had extra funds? Because I want to buy a private jet so I can go in person when you guys have your conference. So, I don't know if it's a little greedy or what, but no, thank
Wait,
you
Sure.
so
where are
much.
you, John?
I'm in San
Like,
Diego. I
ah,
work from home.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes us the perfect club for you. We're all online.
Yeah.
Peter, thank you for coming. What what uh, what was your emphasis for coming to join us today?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. Just curiosity, I live in Silicon Valley. I work as an admin, pretty interested in tech and just, all things around this area. It's a pretty exciting time, and so I'm just like trying to eat up everything I can as far as information, free Zooms and whatnot, and just get a grasp on what's going on here. I really think at some point it'd be cool to have a open discussion about, what is AI's role in civilization? The deeper questions of like ethics and philosophy, and just, I'm not so sure that AI is here to free up our time or if it's here to take our time, as far as like the meaning of work and whatnot, like I think those are real conversations that need to happen at some point. It's like, okay, well, if it could be more efficient and augment and automate, like what's stopping us from actually using that potential? Is it harmful? How do you protect that? And just, just talking more as a people of, it feels like a new industrial revolution, but in the form of AI tech, So I don't know if I'm giving AI too much credit, but that's kind of like what I'm kind of seeing in the very commercial use of it, Um, but I think it does challenge, today's paradigm of what the meaning of work is, and you know what how do we allocate those resources and whatnot, and maybe the best ethical approach is not to, I don't know, this is just my last comment, but it's not really to stop ourselves from removing people in the workforce, but how do we allow people to really do what they really want in life and follow their passions? Because AI is assisting us in our day-to-day routine mundane jobs, so to speak. You know, like maybe that's the reality that's this tech is kind of like making us realize is like we could do more with less. And why not? What's stopping us from doing that is because we don't want to fire people, et cetera, et cetera. But like, you know, maybe it's trying to tell us something that, you know, we don't need as many people to be working, and that's okay, you know. But you know, I wonder how stakeholders and shareholders feel about that. But you know, it's a real deep conversation to have, though.
Definitely. Sounds like a great speech. Well, thank you for joining us today. We're happy to have you come back at any time. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our